or to the cloud just in case. All right, so welcome everybody to the Triple R 247 and direct to consumer team conference call. It's our big training night of the week. My name is Niall Eddy. I'm calling in from Central Florida, Glenn. That's why I said welcome so exuberantly. I love living in Florida. I moved here back in 2005. I started in North Florida and a bunch of oak trees, went to South Florida and a bunch of palm trees. And now I'm in the center of the state around a bunch of lakes. So I think I found my little slice of heaven here in Florida, and I'm going to stay here for a bit. So I've actually been in this industry, guys, for 35 years now. 35 years ago, I was an ex-carpenter that had an accident on the job, went back to school to be an aviation mechanic. And that's when I was introduced to this industry. I thought it was something incredible. I looked into it. I've seen this before. My whole family seemed to be involved in these kind of things, anywhere from Avon to undercover wear, lingerie. It never interested me one bit because I didn't understand it. But when we got introduced to this one, I took a look at everything and I thought, wow, this is unique. This is kind of neat, actually. And I like the system that they have in place to help you build a business and earn extra money. So let's dive into this, right? And maybe we can make an extra $500 or $1,000 a week just to, make some extra money to spoil the kids on the weekend. Because I was a full-time student and I had a wife and 3 kids in tow as I was going back to school as an adult. And it wasn't just hard on me, it was hard on the entire family. So I was just looking for extra money to supplement, helping spoil the kids on the weekend a little bit. I dove into this and I was amazed at what I found. I made some phone calls. I called all around, actually. I actually drove about 4 hours from my house one day because I heard about this meeting that was happening. And I needed to just go there and find out what it was all about. And when I got there, I met some incredible people and seen some incredible things, not just their stories, their lifestyle, their changes, but the income that they were making. And I never met anybody in my life that was making the kind of income that these people were walking across the front of the room and teaching everybody. And I thought, gosh, I need to know whatever it is that they know, right? So I kind of met each one of them and shook their hand, kind of so they would remember me at the dinner later when I went up to them and they wouldn't be as standoffish. But I met them, I shook their hand, I interviewed them just a little bit, and then later I interviewed them a little more. And I'm going to give you guys the secret, what the difference is between them, who are making them incredible incomes, and anybody brand new in this industry. You ready? Got your pens out? There's only one. They were doing it longer than me. That was it. The only difference between any of those people, all the common threads, all the different backgrounds, was they were doing it longer than me. So I went home with this belief: what one person can do, another person can do. I dove in, I became a student of this industry, and I became a good student of the system that we were working at the time. And it opened up doors for me that I didn't know existed. I met people I never would have met, both in this country and a lot of other countries, but it gave me 2 things that were precious and dear to me. It gave me time freedom. I dove in, I hit my goals the first month, I doubled my goals the second month, I tripled my goals the third month, and I graduated school. I went to work at the airport. I was only there for about 8 months, quit my job, went home. I've been home ever since. And here's what it gave me: time freedom. Now I had all the time in the world to spend with my kids. Instead of working my tail off or going to school all day and doing a side job at night and barely getting home to have, if I'm lucky, have dinner with them and give them a kiss on the forehead and tell them to go to sleep, right? Now I'm putting them on the bus. I'm taking them off the bus. I'm going to every football practice, Kevin, from the time he was little and the helmet was bigger than him, all the way through high school. And he decided he wasn't going to play football anymore. I went to every volleyball practice because I had a daughter that played volleyball. I even went to the cheer camps because I had a daughter that was a cheerleader. I was involved in all of my kids' lives. And yep, I was that silly dad on the sideline with the pom-poms, learning the routine, making everybody laugh, right? And when the high school needed a bowling coach because their school was getting involved in the travel league, I raised my hand and became the bowling coach for the high school. Why? Because I could. I had the time freedom to do so. And I love bowling anyway, and it gave me more time to spend with my kids because 2 of them were interested in joining the travel league. So I became the bowling coach for the high school. And that big trophy that you see behind me, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there you go. The tall one with all the color in the center. That's the one that they won their very first year, took first place in the league. Nothing pleases me more, not just my kids, but anybody's kids. When they go up there on the bowling alley and they throw in a bunch of gutter balls, And then you just give them a couple little lessons and they throw that next ball and it stays on the lane, knocks down a bunch of pins. Whether it's a strike or not, it could be a 7 split and they're still happy. They turn around with a big smile on their face. Coaching, spending time with my kids was my life passion. That's my true north compass, as you guys will find out later. My other true north compass is helping other people, like every one of you new folks here on the call tonight. So I dove in and just gave it everything that I had. Now I'm full-time home. I had the time freedom, but I also had financial freedom. I had the financial freedom to take time and be the bowling coach, to take time and go to all the other extracurricular activities, but take my kids on vacation and not swipe my credit card or 2 credit cards a bunch of times so that when I got home and opened up the envelope, I felt guilty about how much I spent. I never felt that again the whole time I was raising my kids. I could wipe 4 different credit cards and go home with a smile on my face and be happy. Time freedom, financial freedom. Those are the 2 things that this industry gave to me. So needless to say, I've hit all my goals. Every time I hit a goal, I try to double it, and I hit that goal. I try to double that. I just want to keep growing. My kids are grown. They're making me grandbabies. I'm in the spoil them mode now. I spend as much time with my grandkids as I can. But life is good. And even when I didn't think my kids were paying attention, they were. My youngest son, he's now 30 years old, and he gave me 2 grandsons. Has never had a job in his life. He's been working for himself since he was 9 years old. How's that? Never had a job in his life because he's seen dad home all the time with his kids, and that's the life that he wanted to live. He didn't want to go work for somebody else for 40 hours and help them take a better vacation. He wanted to work for himself, spend as much time with his boys as he can, and take vacations with his kids. And so even when I didn't think they were listening, always know this, guys, they're always listening. But it's been an incredible ride. Jason, I'd have never met some of the people that you and I know mutually if I wouldn't have made a decision that day to walk away from the airport and do what I do. So I dove in, and I remember a little while after meeting Rory, one of our co-founders, I got online with him, and 2 years into that, I remember calling Rory one day and said, Roy, do you realize I'm getting checks out of 18 different countries? I've never been there, and I don't speak the language. Just from sitting at home working online, I'm getting checks out of 18 different countries. And that's when that booming laughter of his came out and said, I'm glad you finally understand the internet. Because it was Rory that got me involved with the internet. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be involved with the internet. I thought I was doing very good. 3 years into my business here, I look back and I was making more in just a couple of months' time than anybody I've ever known has earned in an entire year, right? So obviously that was a very good decision on my part, and I was able to give my kids that good life. But I wanted to expand even more. I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm working my system. I'm doing a mail order program, and I'm mailing packages all over the country. I wanted to do that Don LaPree path, right? I wanted to advertise on all top 300 newspapers in the United States all at the same time, and I needed a voicemail that could handle a lot of volume. And everybody that I talked to said, you need to go talk to this Roy Rickard guy. So right, I'm going to finally call Roy Rickard. Call him up. I meet this young man right out of high school, a lot of energy, right? And a lot of passion for what he was doing. And what he had was a voicemail system that I needed. But he had this love for mass communication like I never seen in anybody else before. So he hooked me up with a voicemail that I needed, and it did take all the volume I could throw at it. But he also showed me how, through the programming, as I built a network of people around the country, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody all at the same time. And I'm looking at some of the younger faces here, and they're going, we do that every day. We do. But guess what? This was 1991. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of the technology we have today. We had Roy Rickard with that little software brain of his. I'm sorry, did I say little? That big software brain of his that understood the technology and understood what was happening. He had a love for mass communication to put together a system through the phone company to give us all the ability to do that. It was incredible what happened. So 93, 94, when the internet did come out, that's when he left the phone company, got online, became one of the first gurus out there. He built a successful lead generation company, the #1 lead generation company on the planet. And guess what? He still holds that title today. Nobody can do what he knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quantity of leads that he can produce, and nobody can produce the quality of leads that he can produce on a daily basis. Others have tried, failed miserably. No one can do what he knows how to do, and he's so good at. What else did we need? We needed websites. So Roy decided he was going to try his hand at building websites. There were other web developing companies out there that we were using. And, they would, from the visitors that they got to their site, they would average a 1 in 20 or 1 in 25 successful response rate, which was pretty good from what we knew back then. And so Roy decided he was going to build his first website. First one, actually, I think, got a 1 in 10. He made a little tweak to it and they got a 1 in 5. Pay attention to that. Everybody else is getting 1 in 25. He's getting 1 in 5. Obviously, he knows what he's doing, right? He's building a good website. First one, it looked like a flyer on the internet. Somebody typed up and just stuck out there. When we could add color to it, Kevin, I thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? But Rory stays in front of the technology. As he learned more, he implemented it. Learned more, implemented it. Technology changes, implement it. Technology got even better, implement it. And it went from the one-page flyer to the second generation stuff, the page behind the page. And it kept developing and getting better every year until it turned into what you guys are looking at today. Performance blogging system, a site that we use for content, to be content bloggers, to market a lot of different products and services, one page with lots of different products and services inside that you get to take to the marketplace, have a positive impact on other people's lives while you're also building yourself an incredible business. And that's why we're doing as good as we're doing, because of this, the vision that he had and his co-founder and wife, Tanya, the vision that they had to take to the world and market relevant products and services that will have a positive impact on other people's lives, pay you handsomely for doing it the way we do it, and build legacy income. So I got to meet Roy that first time when I flew down to Miami, shook his hand, looked in his eyes, and I knew he was one of those real dudes, right? He's one of those authentic human beings that look you in the eyes the whole time they're talking to you and never look away. Why? Because he really wants to know what you have to say. He really wants to know, what do you need in your life to make your life better, to make your life easier? And that's the kind of person he is. And I knew that day I wanted to be affiliated with this person for the rest of my life in some form. I didn't know how. I didn't know what was about to happen. I had no idea, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of whatever it was that he was doing and just know this human being. So a couple years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah and meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, get the co-founder of Triple R 247 and Direct-to-Consumer Ambassador, and also the president of Direct-to-Consumer Ambassador. And when I walked in that front door of their home in Utah, I met this young lady who was raising 7 kids, running several other businesses from her background in the industry that she was involved in. She might tell you some of that tonight. And helping Rory build this and train the people that he was bringing in from all of his creative services. So Rory's doing all kinds of creative things with technology, bringing people in, building a team. Tanya's helping him train that and put a system together. And I've never met anybody so organized in my life, which is why it all happened. Tanya's organizing skills and her planning skills amazed me when I first met her, and they still amaze me today. And anybody that's met her and spent time with her, watch Stacy's face, shaking her head yes, she'll attest to that. Nobody knows how to tear down somebody's day, put it back together, and help you find more time than Tanya Ricker. I don't think there's anybody else out there that's better than that. She plans every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every quarter of every year. And she's also, I think it was on a call last week, planning things 2 years down the road. In her planner, she has things planned that are not going to happen for 2 more years. But guess what? They will happen on time. They will happen without a glitch, and everything runs smoothly because of the organizational skills that this woman possesses. And the two of them complement each other amazingly. I knew after spending a couple of days with them, they were going to become a power couple on this planet, in this industry. I knew that was going to happen. I've got to know her incredibly well over the years. It's been 3 decades now. I call her my sister. I call him my brother. But I also give them the respect of the professional respect that they need when we're working our business and doing this deal. I want all of you to know who you're getting in business with. And I think that's important. Because one of the most important factors of any company you're going to look into to invest your time and your money, your resources, and build a business with is who's running the company. What kind of products do they have? What kind of comp plan do they have? How relevant are they to the marketplace right now? But number one is who's running the company. Are these experienced people that have been out in the field working, doing what we do and building that system that can actually teach you how to do it? Or is this somebody that used to be the vice president of Disney and never worked in this company, in this industry before, and now they're the ones teaching us? No, you're getting involved with business people who for more than 3 decades have been doing exactly what they're teaching you how to do right now. I've vacationed with both of them. I've had, lunch on the beach. I've had lunch on a boat out with Rory. I've had even lunch at a spa day with Tanya before, and listen carefully to everything they say, what they're thinking, and stay plugged into their vision. Why? Because I love the vision that they have. I love what they're putting together and taking out there to the world. I love the fact that we have something that we can go to all corners of the planet now with the internet, right? And lift up as many families as we can, stomp out poverty in as many corners as we can. Reach as many families as we can, find out what they need, what can make their life better, and help them achieve it. That's what we do on a daily basis. These two people get up every morning, have a media meeting, have a cup of coffee. Used to be watch the sunset, sun coming up over the mountains in Utah, Jason. Now it's watching the sun come up over the ocean in Florida, right? Or over the lake, something. And they ask themselves this question: what can we do to make it better for Paul or Kevin? Sorry. What can we do to help Glenn understand this better and teach him the system to get out there and hit his goals? What can we do to help Darlene and Susan and Alicia and who else on here? Sammy, Carol, Dee, welcome Dee, brand new tonight. What can we do to help them hit whatever their goals are? So that's who you guys are getting in business with. If you're looking for a place you can build yourself a powerful business while also having a positive impact on other people's lives around the world, then you found yourself a home here, and we all welcome you with open arms. But without any further delay, you guys are in for a treat tonight. So I want you to sharpen your pencil or get out your favorite pen, get your notebook ready, because normally you're going to get to hear from my brother Roy on the techie side of this business. Tonight, we have a treat. You're going to hear from our co-founder and the president of Direct-to-Consumer Ambassador, Ms. Tanya Rickard, my sister, but all of our mentors. Take it away. It's yours. I can't wait.
Thank you so much, Niall. You guys, welcome to this amazing opportunity. I get so excited to hear all the new people coming in and everything that's going on with all of you guys. And I'm going to be speaking mostly to you, but for just really quickly, my partner, my amazing best friend, who has been out in Vegas right now, taking care of the other side of our business, which I'll talk about in a little bit. He can pop on for just a second. So I'm going to have him pop on. Then I'm come back and talk to you guys all. So Rory, can you unmute? I don't know if you can.
Guys, I'm running to a meeting and I asked Tanya if I could come on here. You guys, I had these preset meetings. There's a lot of things in the works. I remember I said there's more coming, and we launched big things, but there's more coming. So I'm just gonna let you guys know the meetings have gone amazing, amazing. And I'm going to be dropping some stuff on you guys next Tuesday. So I'll say this. I say this very rarely. I dare you to miss Tuesday. I dare you. I'm going to just unload what's coming because it's we got to get ready for it. We're going to have a lot more opportunities added to it. And you guys, what we have in the PBS, we just keep adding things to it like spokes in a wheel that creates more and more opportunity for the traffic we're generating. I'm going to tell you guys that I'm here with very big industry guys of the online marketing world around the globe. What they've been watching us build this. You guys know we've been doing this a long time. The world is seeing what the PBS means. I'm getting mad attention, and rightfully so. But let's just say we're at the right place, right time, all the time. Tuesday, I'm going to blow your minds open. I'll see you there. I got to go. Love you, babe. Take over.
Okay. He only had a few moments, guys, so I wanted him to come on here and show you guys what he's all about. So anyway, welcome you guys back to our regularly scheduled program. Is that how it goes? Back to our regularly scheduled program. As Niall introduced, my name is Tanya. I am one of the partners here for establishing our 247 And I'm just here to talk to you guys a little bit about a couple things we have going on coming up. But I did want to thank Niall for the amazing introduction. It is, I've been in this industry over 30 years myself, and that is relevant because I know what I'm asking you guys to do. We know what we're putting you through. And we know the direction and the courses. We have experience on our side, and that is something that is so valuable. It can never be learned out in a book. It has to be learned through life, right? So we have that experience as well, and so we have all that here. So if I just wanted to welcome all those of you who are new, it seems like we always have about 20. Now likes to keep track of how many new people we have coming on every week. Sometimes there's a lot more. Sometimes there's just well, a lot of y'all won't talk, but we'll get past that one though, because I don't like to talk either, but here I am. So welcome. But you guys, it's just, we have something for everybody here. That's what I wanted to say. Whether you just want to be here to post ads, whether you want to be here to grow and promote, whether you want to be part of a family and organization, whether you want to find success, you want your name in lights, whatever you guys want, we have that opportunity. It's all there for you. We even have this amazing system that provides it for you. So it is just, you follow the system, you do what Rory says to do, you get what he gets, which is success all day long. So like Rory and like Niall had mentioned there, I run several different businesses from behind the scenes. So I'm always hopping. So I don't always get to be a part of these calls. I mean, I'm on the calls, but I don't always get to be a part of them FaceTime. But because he's out taking care of our other business, you guys are stuck with me. So you're welcome. You're welcome. But one of the things I want to talk about is a couple things about, we have an opportunity coming up here. We have an event that's coming up. Now, will you put that link again in the chat? I'm sorry. We have a link for you guys. There's an event coming. It's in Texas. So I heard some of you new people were from Texas. I love myself, Texas. That's the great old state of, I love it. I love the people. I love the food. I just like it all. So that was another place when my husband and I were relocating. Texas was high on the list. So we have an event in Texas in just a few days. It's the 25th, 26th, 27th of January. So it is coming up, and it is not too late to buy tickets. And if you guys can do this, you guys, I highly recommend it. You need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in the opportunity to grow and learn. And there's nothing more powerful than being at a live event. It is so eye-opening. It's just so different. I don't know how to explain it. The energy and the synergy of the people in the room and how going out and learning and growing and seeing things, it really helps. Yeah, it helps narrow down your path. It helps wind you in. And I wasn't a believer until I attended one myself when I was very young. And then I was all in. I always made sure that I did everything I could to get to every event. And if you talk to any successful person in this business, in this organization, in any kind of marketing, they will tell you that the events are key. Because it's not only for you, it is for your team. It's to help grow and push and to grow and support those who are with you. So anyway, I just want to welcome you guys that are new. I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple different things. This is actually going to probably be a quicker call than normal. Normally it's scheduled about an hour, but I just have a few things I want to touch on, and that is the beginning of the year. So if those of you guys missed it, it's okay. We have live video as well, but we always go over and talk about goal setting and time management and goal setting. I'm going to hit on time management right now because, as Niall said to you guys, I'm one of those crazy people that plans every freaking second. And that's because I truly believe it is the only way to find success. You can definitely, people waste so much time. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and I'm going to share a very short chapter from Rory's book. If you guys have not had the opportunity to read his book, I highly recommend it. It also just kind of shares what the vision is here and what we're doing and the expertise behind it. So it's very important, but it's a very short little chapter. So I'm going to read a little bit of that, and then we're going to talk a little bit. But you guys, goals are so important because if you do not have a path, you never know where you're going to get. And some of my mentors, they were very important to me throughout my life. And they expressed to me that the only way you can get things done is to time block things in. So I very much believe in time blocking, and I have been implementing that for like 20 years now, probably out of I've been working for for about 40 years. I'm getting old, friends. And I've been implementing it for about 20 of those years. I have been really sticking to time blocking, and that's how I've been able to fit in every single thing that I do. I mean, I do all the stuff on the back end for everything. So that's how I'm able to do it. It's how I'm able to get everything done. have a schedule and I stick to it. If it is not on the schedule, it is not happening until I can get to it. And when I have some free time to look and do those things. And it is truthfully the path for success. But another path for success, you guys, I'm giving you all these little excerpts because this is all going to be in that mastermind training. So we're having the training on, I believe it's on Saturday. There's a training with one of our anchor offers that we have. And then Sunday, which is going to be a mastermind with Rory and myself. And we have a bunch of different things going on. And one of it's going to be more about goals, more about aligning your day, more about figuring out your plan. You guys, everybody tells me they don't have time to do things. I am telling you, I have never once looked at somebody's schedule and said, oh my gosh, you are right. You have no time. Never. Because there's always time in your schedule. Most people are just choosing the wrong things, to be honest, and they don't even know that they're the wrong things to focus on. So with that being said, you guys, let's read this. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to read this little chapter, and it's very short. But I want to just talk a little bit we're going to talk about more about time management here in just a second, and then we're going to go back to talking about a few other things. So let me just share this with you guys. So again, this is Rory's book. This is chapter 10 in his book. It's Unmeasured Time is Lost Time. So this is super, super important. And for all of you who have never worked for yourself, this is something that people just do not understand. And you think, literally, you guys think you do, and you don't. Because it's just, that's one of the reasons why you go to these events, because you go there and guess what? It just tweaks your brain, it tweaks your mind. It helps you to see things in a different angle, different perspective. They're super important. So I'm going to read a little bit of this really quickly to you guys. This is Rory, who is writing this. And says, thankfully, I was raised by both my mother and my grandfather, who were precise in almost everything. I know that to be true 100%. Schedules and structure to even the smallest of daily tasks. The amount of activities and accomplishments that they both achieved daily were to me always amazing. They did not let the moss grow under their feet, and they made great use of time given them. I appreciated this part of upbringing, and yet collided views with marketing and off-kilter approaches challenged my learning on this matter. I'm sorry, I have a personal insight behind the scenes here, so I get a kick out of some things. I'll bring this to full understanding when we get to chapter 25. So I'm not going to read chapter 25, but you all can please do so. And it will probably be something that will definitely be a cause for a restless night or two as you reflect on how it has affected your life and buying decisions. Sometimes being a marketer is also being a magician. Magicians make it look like magic. Really, it is well-versed in applied understanding of what the prospect is looking for, and delivering it in a manner that the prospect is jumping at becoming a client. They go from looking into it and wanting it, needing it, and now needing it. From wanting it, needing it, and then now needing it now. Excuse me. They want it now. And I highlight books, guys. So this is my highlights. But the success of any product, service, or business is directly tied to the marketing success behind them. Marketing is the magician and solving the question of the client, what is in it for me? To pull off the magic is not just wonderment. It is making the hard easy and making the results organized and scalable. You guys, this is so important. Because if you guys can't see yourself doing it, you're never going to even jump in. It is figuring out many things through trial and error. It is creating a process, a system, and a way to have it all come together for the client to see it themselves. This is the magic of it, the face of it. We all enjoy magic. I have found that true marketing minds understand many aspects of life and living beyond other typical or common mindsets. The understanding of your client, potential client, and how to be the solution for their needs they have is far more than what is on the surface. We all have 24 hours of time to use every blessed and brilliant day. When you look at those that have what you want to have, you may find a path of how they got there. You can do this by comparing what you do with those that have what you want to do with the same 24 hours of every day. Marketing is one of the largest professions. It encompasses so many things. It is emotional, it is logical, and it is solution-based direction at almost every turn. There are more solutions to issues for marketing than most any profession. Each and every profession needs marketing. Nothing sells itself. And repeatedly, marketing done properly, I'm going to butcher this, but Rory says this all the time. Y'all know this. Marketing done properly makes sales become order taking. So sorry, Rory, I butchered that one, but it's so true. I have watched people with awe as they're talking and solving problems for the person they're speaking with before they even aware that that's what they're looking for. And he's just that then it's just like, here you go. Here's my card. Let's go. Because they want a change, and Rory is helping them with that change. So marketing done properly makes sales become order taking. This is a direct correlation to success in time management. Every business, every product and service are better marketed with a strict focus on the time management side of it. And nothing happens as fast as you would like. Patience and marketing success are connected. A lot of things done in marketing are done for a long period of time and in a steady, non-ending manner. This is so important to remember, you guys. They are done for a long period of time and in a steady, non-ending manner. This is something that takes absolute time. It needs to be accounted for, measured, and prioritized, as does anything of importance. Marketing is freedom, and it is something that, like air, is needed for all the time for us to live and maintain. Think about it. Without marketing, nothing progresses or is shared. We need to consume things to live. Always. By this, freedom is created and maintained, and it is incredible. This is the last little bit here. To get the most out of everything, you need to plan for it. I love those words, you guys. This is almost the main area where my students have made this mistakes to get into their. This is also the main area where my students have made the mistake to get into their own way. Success is begging for us. It is the natural way of things. Solutions want to find us. The universe is about growth and betterment. We just need to lay out the path to help it run into us. If you do not structure your time, you will take longer to make anything happen. Success is planned and not accidental. Even in today's technology, a written day planner is sometimes a key to making your success happen. The written word is powerful, and declaring it into a schedule is something worth doing. If it is in the calendar, it exists. If it is not in the calendar, it might not have happened. Time management allows for you to become busy. Busy people get things done. The proper use of visualization of your time and time spent allows you to be structured. The structure allows for you to weigh out priorities and to allow you to allow you to pack in your day. It allows you to measure your time. Measured time is where the same 24 hours is better utilized by those who measure and appreciate it. Unmeasured time will slip by and be forever lost. Plan the day and own it. Use the time you were blessed with today to make tomorrow better. So that is the chapter right there. That's what I wanted to share. And then we're just going to talk about a few things, guys. This is so important. And like I said, for those who are new coming here, it takes practice and skill to learn how to switch your schedule around. It is absolutely 100% viable. And if you guys are, any of you guys here who are students of Rory, you know, when he is training you and you're bringing you in, he shares his schedule with you. So you guys understand that he does actually have that. He practices it. He goes through it. That is what's helped him to find success. Like myself, he has also worked several businesses in long, long hours to find success and growth in directions that we needed. And we've all had those challenging times. And I have to say, you guys, having a schedule, having goals, having priorities is what pulls you through. It gives you that focus, that step by step, when things get rough and you need a direction. So I just want to say a couple of little things, you guys, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the event. But I think just a couple key things I wanted to say, that time management is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, right? Through repetition and practices, you can become the most with whatever result you want to have. You can change or improve your life, or you cannot. It's really up to you. The choices you have to make new choices and new decisions, be and what you really are meant to be. So you're here, you've joined, you want something different. So you've already made that choice. You've already committed to being a part of this organization, and we thank you for it. We're grateful to be a part of your lives and to help you achieve your dreams and your successes. And that's really what we're here. We're in for that. That's what we want to do. Rory and I really want to give back. You guys, nowhere else are you going to find marketing paid for. Nowhere else are you going to find that. That's where Rory is right now. He's sourcing some of that marketing. He's been doing this for so long, before I even met him. That's not true because I met him when I was young, but before I started dating him, how about that? He's been doing that for so long. So he really knows. And you guys, I know a lot of you guys do not understand marketing. So I'm just going to say really quickly, to be in the industry for as long as he has, and to continue to do so, speaks of integrity and solid business principles, because you have to have that to maintain the connections and to keep going. And you guys, whenever we go to these events, everybody wants to work with my husband. Walking into there, everybody wants to come in and see what he's got, what he's doing, and how they can work with him. And he's very particular about what he chooses because he wants to make sure that it's the right path for growth for everybody, that everyone here can find success. So again, if you guys are new or if you're newish, there's only a few calls here, you're in the right place, guys. Please make it a priority to come to this event. Again, if you could only go to the last 2 days, come in Friday night, say Saturday, Sunday, leave Sunday night, that's fine. Those are the important days. It's important for you guys to be here, to hear things out of the mouths of Rory and what he has to offer. What he has, his knowledge is very vast in this subject. And we just want to help you guys reprioritize yourselves, reprioritize your visions and where you want to go. And again, if you've missed some of our trainings, I think it was December 30th, and we do have it on our YouTube. We did a whole goals training session to kind of get you guys into like focusing on that. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was a Saturday, excuse me. We talked about your why, finding your dreams and how to focus your direction. And now we're just kind of moving down this path again of prioritizing your time, because I promise you, if you do not prioritize your time, you will never find success. So I just want to say a quick little things. And then again, a lot of this will be covered on that weekend, but you guys just organizing the first thing I want to say, because for those of you guys who can't come, if you're going to organize your day, if you want to prioritize your day, you have to organize it, right? You have to have your priorities. You have to know what your priority is every day, at every moment, every time. So the only way to know that is to know what your goal is, and we break it down, and then you're going to prioritize your day so you can achieve that goal. And again, this is something that's super hard because most people go to work. They go to a job. Niall mentioned that, a job. Most people go to a job, and guess what? Their boss prioritizes their time. Their boss tells them what they're going to do with their day. Their boss focuses and directs them, right? So when you get off and you get to decide what you do, most people do not make choices that will lead to success. They all want to relax. They all want to chill after that hard day of work. Trust me, I know, I've done it. I've worked for other people for a long time myself, and being able to choose myself has been a phenomenal thing. So, and again, even people here and work, they choose things to do that are not really going to be productive for them in the end, right? They do the busy work. They'll do the emails or the answering questions or all that, but they won't do the hard things, which honestly, you guys, the hard things, which I don't think are really that hard, but the hard things are what's going to give you success. That's really what it is. So if you guys are able to make that and be there, we're going to go on to a lot of that and talk more about that. But I just challenge you guys to, if you can be there, if you can't, that's okay. Make it a goal for you for next time. We're going to have another event in September, October, and there'll be some more information there. But it's really, really important that you guys be there and plan for it. Again, it's just a couple little things I've said before in other trainings, but you guys practice the 80-20 rule. It's so important. And for those of you who do not know what that is, that means out of the 10 things you have, I'm just using 10 because it's an easy number, but out of the 10 things you have to do that you have on your to-do list, which I don't like those, but on a to-do list, about 2 of those are really important. They absolutely have to get done. And the other stuff is stuff that you need to do, but it doesn't have to be a priority. And again, mostly those 2 things, most of the time, are the things that are harder, and they're things that you will put off, but there are things that are going to lead to your success. There are things that are going to actually push you. I call them needle movers. There are things that are going to move the needles in the direction that you want to go. So it's so super, super, so important that you guys take that into consideration when you guys are looking at it. So overall, just to end this out, you guys, the challenge or the task that you have before you now with this new direction of your life, this new path that you're on here, is to spend time doing the things that will have the greatest possibilities and consequences for importance and improvement in your life. So that's what I just wanted to say, you guys. You're welcome. We're so excited to have you guys here and be a part of us. And you guys, honestly, we truthfully do want your success. We want you guys to grow and achieve your dreams. And we want you to come into the event so we can help focus and direct you on that path. And I promise you guys, if you show me your schedule, I can find time for you to do the things you need to do. But anyway, that is it for me, Niall. Is there anything else? Oh, I think Rory jumped on, so he gave me a couple of notes, but I think he said the few of those things. Let me see. Anything else he said? Am I missing anything? No, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think you covered everything well. And I'm excited about what we're getting into. My goodness.
Yeah, you guys, honestly, I met Niall I didn't meet Niall at an event. Rory met him at an event, but everybody important to me in my life, other than the family that God gave me, everybody else important to me that I love and cherish, I met at an event, or I met through events like Niall. It's just, they're so important, and they like-minded peoples with like-minded values, like-minded goals. I really believe that God puts them in your path for a reason, and you guys connect and move forward. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. God bless you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And please if you're new, get with the person that you signed up with. They'll give you a schedule. I hope they already have, but they'll give you the schedule for our trainings. We have so much love and support here to help you grow and find success. So I hope you guys have the schedule and you moving forward and getting all that stuff done. And don't miss Saturday. I'm so excited to see what Rory's coming back with on Saturday training. And then Tuesdays will be amazing as well. So anyway, God bless you guys. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. We welcome you guys with open arms.